up? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Ariane Janae and welcome to my wedding series. I hope you guys have been enjoying all the content so far. It's been fun, like actually being able to finally talk about venues and all those things. I'm not gonna say we hit the ground running because some couples like literally started touring the day after they got engaged, but I do feel like we started to roll the ball, 2-3 weeks after we got engaged. So it's exciting that I can finally share all this with you guys now. But this is going to be a part 2 of all of the venues that we toured so far, and I'm excited about this. So part 1, we had some really good venues. We had the Howie Mansion, which is my all-time favorite. We had the Winter Park Event Center. We had Diaries Pavilion. We had Casa Feliz, which is beautiful. And we had Sterling Event Venue. And I have 4 good ones to chat with you guys about today that are honestly totally different from the other venues that I toured before. And again, I mentioned this in like my very first wedding series episode, but like I didn't go into this with like a specific venue vision. Like I didn't know, oh, I definitely want a barn. Well, I knew I didn't want a barn. I didn't know if I wanted a garden or a banquet hall or anything like that. So I've really like developed my, I guess, venue taste simply by touring venues. And that is my encouragement to y'all. Tour venues, tour as many as you want. I suggest touring things that are within your budget, because when you start looking at other things that are really nice and really expensive and out of your budget, you might be disappointed with what you have to choose. So be careful with what you expose yourself to. Just a little tip. By the way, if you're not already subscribed to my channel and you want to see more wedding content or just my normal regular lifestyle content, be sure to hit that lovely red subscribe button down below so you can join the family. I mean, no pressure, but I feel like you want to. I just get that vibe from you. Okay, I have my notes here to the right, so if you see me looking down, that's why. Let's talk about the first venue, the Black Barn. Now, in the last video and this video, I said I knew I didn't want to be in a barn, but I saw so much content with the Black Barn and I'm like, well, maybe I can put my hatred of barns to the side. And I will admit, I think the Black Barn is probably one of the nicer barns. There's also this other barn, what is it called? It's like Whitewood Barn or White Ranch Barn. That one also looked nice. I didn't go in person, I just saw videos of it. But let's roll the film of the Black Barn.
Yesterday came over, wanted just to chill, but you're hungover. Even when we're late, not the face to face. I know that you're the type to go, although it's nothing personal. You say that it is not my fault. I know, 'cause I give you my best. And now when I know it's stress, no, I know I give you my best. And it comes with no rest. Gotta know I'm the best, dealing with all the mess. You promise that it's just a phase. I see that that's what.
Okay, so you guys see the Black Barn is an interesting venue. You definitely have different spaces that you can work with. You can tell that a lot of time has been poured into the decor. And I will say I loved the bridal room. I thought that was so fun and it was so big. But ultimately that was not the place for me and Justin. My mom actually came with us on this tour, which was fun. I think that was her first venue tour with me. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that was the first one she went on. And we all agreed it was not it for us. I think there were some really cool elements about it, but just like, I wasn't excited about it. It didn't feel like us, especially like the reception space. Okay, next let's talk about the Garden Villa. I think that's what it's called. This is an interesting venue. It's owned by a catering company. Actually, a catering company I was really excited about. Cocktails Catering. Their menus just look so good. Like I was really excited about the catering company and just wanted to find a venue that worked with that catering company. But the Garden Villa is actually owned by Cocktails and Catering. And it's in Winter Park, like nestled off of this residential street. So I went over, toured it, and I saw my very first snake in Florida, which was a funny experience. Literally, as we were walking, Lynn's like, oh wait, let's let this snake cross. I looked down, I was like, oh, okay, interesting. A little scary, Got to tell my guests to make sure they watch out for snakes during the ceremony. Before I get into it, again, let's watch the clips.
I see that that's what you gotta say. You say, come over. We're just gonna have a good time and start over. Just caught you on a bad night. I know that you're the type to go, although it's nothing personal. You say that it's not my fault, but I know, 'cause I give you my best. And no one I know is stress. No, I know I give you my best. And it comes with no rest. You better know I'm the best. Dealing with all the mess. You promise that it's just a phase. I see that that's what you just gotta say to get your way.
Okay, so this place definitely had a pretty outdoor space. I think there were a lot of different options where you could have your ceremony, which I feel like is very unique. A lot of places have one, maybe two places where you can have your ceremony, but I feel like this place had multiple options. And I really liked the little like raised area where most people have their cocktail hours. I thought that was really pretty. But overall, this place was a little lackluster for me. And I don't know. I could actually see us using that venue in the future for something like a baby shower or a surprise birthday party or something else. But I just couldn't see us having a wedding there. And also, this place is very, very small. I don't know what the guest capacity is, but on the inside, I feel like 100 people at tables would already be cutting it. Unless you did like the long tables, maybe you could do 115. I don't know. But it just felt a little bit small. And again, we're not planning to have a big wedding, like less than probably 130 people, who knows? But I don't know. I just wasn't crazy about this place. Also, it smelled like it hadn't been like used in a few weeks. Like it just had like a closed off smell. But it really could be a pretty place. It just wasn't the place for us. But I really liked the garden vibe of this place. I thought that was really, really nice. Speaking of gardens, let's talk about Leu Gardens. So Leu Gardens is one of the most popular, I would say, botanical gardens here in Central Florida. And I don't know how I learned that they do weddings. I don't remember how I learned, but let's look at the clips of Leu Gardens. Hey y'all, it's editing Ariane here. So I actually don't have any really good clips of Leu Gardens. When we went, it was like the winter time. It was just really dead. Like it did not look the best. So unfortunately, I don't have much to show you guys.
Can someone tell me why every time I fall in love, it seems to be at the wrong time? You walked into my life and
Leu Gardens was pretty and honestly very, very, very affordable. Like I think for the outdoor space, it's maybe $1,000 depending on your guest count. The highest price is $1,000. I think the lowest is like $75. I could be wrong. I really could be wrong. And then if you want to have your reception on site, you have to use this one area. I forget what it's called, but it's a nice like banquet hall room. Also affordable. I think it was $1,500 for there, and they provide like tables, chairs, and I think linens. But Leu Gardens was nice. I honestly, if I be honest with you guys, you probably would have chosen Leu Gardens, but they are not doing any events during our time frame. So we quickly wrote that off, and we didn't really want to change our date for a venue. But Leu Gardens was definitely nice. It is a true garden experience like you guys saw from the clips. I will admit it would be a lot of walking for the guests, which would be an adjustment, but there are also golf carts that, you know, some people could use. Obviously not everybody, but some people would be able to ride on the golf carts. But definitely a really nice wedding venue. I encourage you to check it out if gardens are your vibe. Leu Gardens and then the Garden Villa would probably excite you because literally they're gardens and they're maintained really nicely. I think one concern I had about Leu Gardens was we would want to have our ceremony at the Rose Garden, and when we went, all the roses were gone. Like it was dead. And even today, we were doing something and we were at another place's rose garden. All the roses were dead there. So I would be kind of pissed if we like chose that area and all the roses were dead. So that's something to keep in mind. I would definitely talk to the coordinators at Leu Gardens or wherever you have your event, just to make sure that the flowers that you want to see will be in bloom during the time you want to have your wedding. And if not, maybe you need to adjust your location or your timing. But also, the wedding or events coordinator at Leu Gardens was very, very nice and very, very understanding. Okay, next up we have the Capen House. I think that's how you pronounce it. I feel like this is a very popular venue in Orlando, and honestly, it's on the more affordable side. I can't remember the price, but I'm pretty sure it was less than $4,000 for the venue. And again, if you are planning to have a smaller wedding, like less than 125 people, 125 might be their max, honestly a really, really good option. Similar to like the Howie Mansion and Casa Feliz, you have your ceremony outside, you have your reception dinner outside, and then you have your dancing on the inside of the house. And the Capen House like venue, I guess, area was actually pretty big. Like lots of walk-in, you can have your cocktail hour outside. Again, if you are into like outdoors and nature elements, you would really, really like the outdoor space of this house. Also, it's off the water. Beautiful. I guess let's show the clips. Hey y'all, another day, another venue tour. This time I'm at Capen House. I have seen this venue actually a lot. Actually, some people that I went to college with, I'm pretty sure they got married here. This is a very affordable venue, like extremely affordable, which is obviously a really good perk. But it is small. I think it can only fit 125 people inside or outside. I don't know, it's small. So we'll see how this goes. I'm really just looking at it just to say I did my due diligence, because I'm worried if I don't look at it, I might regret it. People rave about this place, so we'll see. This is another like estate / museum type house. So it'll probably be similar to, what's the name of that place I went to? Howie Mansion. But smaller, and I don't think it's gonna be as nice, but we'll see, y'all. We will see. I'm gonna be optimistic. I'm here. So yeah, my tour starts in 2 minutes. So I'm just adding some lotion to my legs and then go inside. I don't have my cameraman with me today, so it's all me trying to get all the footage.
And I knew right then and there I wouldn't get you off my mind. But then I looked you up, and there she was, in your arms all cute and stuff. You got someone whose signs are freaking up. Why does my heart attract over me? Wanting someone that I can't have, can't take it back. This feeling there. Why do you gotta be taken? You don't know how long I've been waiting for someone like you. Now there's nothing I can do. Why do you gotta be taken? Can't you see my heart is breaking over you? You're just too good to be true. Why do you gotta be taken? You're surprised that you already got someone. She's lucky to be standing by your side. One look in your eyes, and I wish it could be different, because you and me have such a good vibe. Good vibe. But when she calls you up, gets all you love, get lavish, then there goes us. And I'm trying, but you're someone she can trust, which makes me want you more, even than before. I'd do anything to be yours. I can't ignore that you adore her. Why do you gotta be taken? Don't know how long I've been waiting for someone like you. Now there's nothing I can do. Why do you gotta be taken?
So yeah, you see, this is definitely a beautiful venue, but it is on the smaller size. But I mean, honestly, I thought it was nice. Like I said, it's affordable. I would recommend looking into it. I've seen a few people that I like know of that's had their weddings there, and it seemed like a really, really good time. Parking might be a little bit of a concern, but you can obviously talk to the venue about that. But yeah, I think that was a nice option. But ultimately for us, with our guest count, I just wasn't willing to like cut down numbers or things like that in order to make that place happen. And then there was something else that I can't remember, but it really was a nice place. I think I'm also not a big fan of places where it's like you have to have your ceremony outside or you need to get a tent, because here in Florida, it can rain any day, anytime, you know? So I feel like places that don't have really, really great rain plans or rain plans that will work with your guests are a gamble. And then last but not least, me and my mom actually toured a hotel. We toured this place, the Renaissance Hotel that's near Disney, and y'all, it was so nice. So nice. The lady that we toured with, super nice. Let's roll the clips.
Ever since I was little, ever since I was little, I knew what I wanted. I used to see it, used to want it, then I got it, yeah, yeah. You got me sweating a little, playing hard to get, got me singing your favorite song. Is it working? Am I closer than my last try? Never thought I would still hold on after all that's been said and done. I go around and I go around and I go around, I go around. I'm always out, I am always out, I am always out, I'm always out. I keep running so I don't have to go with the fact that I think about you so. I go around and
see, very nice hotel. It was recently renovated, so everything is new, beautiful colors. Like honestly, I was pretty sold when we went. It was very nice. Also, with it being near Disney, like people could make our wedding weekend like an event, go to Disney, stay longer, all those things. I really liked this hotel. I wasn't crazy though that the ceremony was gonna be outside near their pool, and they're like, oh yeah, people, they're usually quiet, but it's like kids don't care if there's a wedding. Like kids are in a pool, they should be able to scream, yell, all those things. Like they're at a hotel, they're on vacation. So I wasn't a big fan of that because I feel like you could have some interruptions from that, but the hotel was really pretty. Also, the pricing, I guess this is a tip. If you guys are struggling with venues, trying to fit your pricing, I say look into hotels because there really isn't a venue cost. I think they may have charged maybe $1,000 for the ceremony, while other places, again, are 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plus just for the venue. Really, hotels are charging you for the catering and like the labor of that. So it ended up being a little cheaper than other places like Howie Mansion or I forget all the other places. But because there really wasn't a big venue cost, it kind of brought down the total cost a little bit. So I would definitely say look into the Renaissance Hotel. It was very pretty. Like I said, it's in a good location and it looked good. Okay guys, those are all of the venues that we toured. And I'm sure you're asking, well, Ariane, what venue did you pick? I didn't pick any of those. We found a different venue, and I'll give you a little bit of background. It's actually not in Orlando. It is outside of Orlando. It's outside of Orlando and like the neighboring cities. It's a little bit of a drive. And personally, I don't feel comfortable putting our wedding venue on the internet until after our wedding happens. So I will give you guys all the tea on our venue, why we chose it. Maybe I'll talk about some of the costs and things like that after our wedding happens, but I just feel like for our safety and our privacy and just, it's the internet. Everything doesn't have to go on the internet before it happens. I just wanted to save that. But y'all, all these venues were so nice. I will say, out of all the venues that we toured, not including the venue that we chose, y'all already know my favorite. It's the Howie Mansion. It's just, it's so nice. But second place would probably go to the Renaissance Hotel. And I didn't mention this, and this is pretty common, but when you book a hotel, you usually get like a free bridal suite, which is a big hotel room, and they'll give the bride and groom like a honeymoon suite that night. So that's also a nice way to save money because like we didn't choose a hotel, so we're gonna have to get a suite before, a place for us to get ready, like all these things that are kind of built into your cost when you go with the hotel. So something to think about. But yeah, first place, Howie Mansion. Second place would be the Renaissance Hotel. Third place, it's hard. Third place would probably be Winter Park. And I was debating between Winter Park Event Center and Casa Feliz, but I'm just thinking with our guest count, Casa Feliz wouldn't have worked. We would have to cut people off the guest list in order to make it work. So yeah, those are my top 3. Again, overall, I really liked most of these venues. They're all really good options. And again, as a bride who does not have $80,000 to spend on a wedding, I would say a lot of these places lean to be a little bit more affordable. So definitely check them out. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. My camera is about to die, so if this video ends abruptly, you know why. But again, if you're not already subscribed, be sure to hit that love the subscribe button down below so you can join the family. There's more wedding content coming soon, more lifestyle vlogs, more sit down videos, all those things. But I will see y'all in my next video. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're thriving. I hope things are going well. Okay, I'll see you next time. Bye.